A very quick how-to overview of how to use the M-Vave Tank G. On the back of the unit are the obvious connections, and they are straightforward. So we have the input for your guitar or your wireless input to go in there. This is a 3.5-inch input which you can use to stream video, audio from, say, an MP3 player or a phone or whatever. Headphone out, which is obvious. 3.25-inch jack output going to your amp or to your mixing desk or whatever. Power switch. USB-C used both to charge the unit and also to connect to the PC for doing other functions, and you can use it as an entire recording interface. So if you plug this into your PC, you can use this as a straightforward digital interface straight to the PC for recording purposes. And really usefully, around the side you have XLR connections for connecting directly to your mixing desk or the PA. Flicking the power switch at the end, it goes through this wonderful light sequence which shows off all its wonderful colours, which are configurable, would you believe? When it powers up in what they call preset mode. So basically in this preset mode you have 4 presets in various banks. As you hit the buttons, it turns on various other features and turns off. So for example, this preset D in this particular bank 4 has modulations and effects and sustain on, whereas this one just has amp modulations in there, plus an IR cab thing, etc., whatever. And as you change these, all the lights at the top come on and off. To change the banks, you want to go up one bank, so we're currently on bank 4, press these two together and we go up to bank 5. It doesn't actually change the patch until you press one of the 4 buttons to select that in bank 5. Likewise, if you scroll down, hit these two to scroll down a bank, go to bank 4, it won't select the patch until you hit the button and it lights up to say patch B is now selected. Now you can change any of the patches if you want to, and what you do is you go into what they call live mode. So you just hold these 2 buttons down and do a short press. It shows L for live, and now you'll notice that each of the buttons is flashing. This means that this is the default setting for that patch. So for example, if you want to change this one and we say, let's drop the mids down a little bit in this patch here, you'll see that light now stays solid, showing that you've made a change to that. Now you can turn things on and off. So this patch, for example, doesn't have any compression. Use the button here to turn on compression, because each of these buttons has a label on, so this is compression, and you'll see the compression lights light up, and they're solid because we made a change to that. I'll turn that one off again. Likewise, for example, if you go into what they call A space, which is the reverb delay settings, if you press that button, it comes on, these lights are solid to show you've made a change. Now, let's say you want to save this patch off once you've finished fiddling with it. So we've made our changes, so I've made a change in the middle here. If you want to save it off, all you do is you can save it in any of the patches by going bank up and down. I'm going to put it back in the same patch where it was before. So all you do is, remember, this one was patch C as it happens. All you do is hold down patch C and you'll see that it does a fast flash. When it does fast flash, you know it's saved. So that's saved that change where I scooped the middle down a bit and saved it. And if you notice, it's still showing what I've changed here, which is quite useful. That's in live mode. To get back to patch mode, you simply short tap those, get the P comes up, and now we're in the standard bank of changes, and that's got our new change saved in it. You can load and save these off when you're attached to a PC, so don't worry about fiddling with things. If you make a mess of it, you can restore to factory settings nice and easily. Now these 2 buttons here are multi-function. The tapping, as we said before, flips between L for live mode and P for preset mode. If you hold them down for a short amount of time, 3, 4, 5, it goes into tuner mode, and then you can just simply tune the strings using the lights at the top. So right is sharp, to the left is flat, and when you get the green in the middle, that's when you're perfectly in tune. It also shows the string you're tuning in the display at the bottom, G string, A string, etc., etc. To exit the tuner, simply press those 2 buttons again. The other feature it has is Bluetooth. If the green light isn't a light, it means Bluetooth's not on. To enable it, hold these down for 5 seconds, and you'll see a little green light comes on. It flashes to say that Bluetooth is enabled, but nothing's connected. Device shows up as Tank BV2, because it's the Tank B version 2. Hit that, it connects, and then connected for audio, and you'll notice now that the green light is now solid to show it's connected. This also allows you to use the app for making changes to settings. The app is the same name as the PC, which is called M-Effects. If you start that up, you end up with a connection screen. From here you should then be able to connect, scan the devices for the Tank B. You should then have a go at connecting, and ask you if you want to pair. Comes up, there we go, so that's the device. Click off that. You now have options here. So now you can make changes to what the Tank B does by simply turning things on and off, a noise gate and the effects and stuff. If you click those, turn it on, amps or whatever, and you've got settings. And again, the same with the dials. You can change the dials here, and while you're changing them, those things are changing actually on the device itself. So as you change patches and things and turn things on and off, the lights and things should change on the device that you're looking at as well. Other useful things here is you can save presets to different locations. It comes up as a bar like this rather than on buttons on the machine, which is much easier to use. And you can also swap two different rounds. So if you, for example, fiddle around with a setting and want to have that in the first bank, so it's convenient, you can just simply move it from there to another location. So it's handy to use. Charging the unit, simply insert the USB-C connector in there and let the red light up to show it's charging. When it's fully charged, that light actually goes blue. I hope that's helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to make further videos about this device.